Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Vechain, whose current price stands at the $0.02286 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 0.48%. And in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Vechain from the all-time high has been seeing lower prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.02 mark. And starting my analysis here on the daily chart, after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side here on the daily chart, managed to break above key areas of resistances, but at the key area of resistance at around the $0.03362 mark, we got rejected, and we are seeing a massive pullback to the lower side. Jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis. Here on the 4-hour chart, after making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement that I was terming as an Elliot wave structure in my previous videos, having these as the wave 1, then a wave 2, then a wave 3, a wave 4, then a wave 5 to the upper side. But this movement to the upper side in this Elliot wave structure got invalidated the moment our wave 4 over here retraced into the high of that first wave, and having done so, I had to remove my Elliot wave structure to the upper side in that Elliot wave structure and view this movement to the upper side as something else. And the only way we can view that as is just a massive it's just an ABC corrective movement, correcting that impulsive movement to the lower side that gave us a low at around the $0.02 mark. And after making the high for that ABC corrective movement, whatever we expect on this other side is the formation of a 5-wave structure to the lower side, and I believe that is what we are seeing over here, having these as the wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then a wave 5. And having completed the formation of that 5-wave structure, we can now name that Elliot wave structure as a higher Elliot wave count 1. And having seen the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1, whatever we expect next is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2. And that movement to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 2 gives me the long-term scenarios that can play out here on the Vechain chart. And because our wave 2 is a retracement of the first wave, we can use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the high of that wave 1 to the low of that wave 1, and that gives me a minimum retracement area to the upper side in the formation of a wave 2 between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.382, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that, and that lies between the $0.029 mark and the $0.026 mark. So that is the minimum that I would expect us to see that bounce to the upper side in the formation of a wave 2 to do. And also viewing this chart from a wider point of view, we can see the formation of a chart pattern which is right here, which is a head and shoulders pattern, which we can have it having this as the left shoulder of that head and shoulders pattern. Then we have the head right there. Then we have seen the formation of a neckline, then a bit of a bounce to the upper side forming the right shoulder of that head and shoulders pattern. Then we have not yet seen the breakout to the lower side, but we are seeing much of a consolidation right here. So the moment we see a breakout out of this consolidation to the lower side, lose that key area of support at around the $0.02 mark and continue pushing lower, then that breakout out of this head and shoulders pattern will be playing out. And this is a pattern that normally breaks to the lower side, having the target area of that breakout as the height between the head and the neckline. So using a trend line, we can get that height between the head and the neckline, then place it down here to give us a minimum target area to the lower side, and that gives me a minimum target area back to around the $0.01 mark. So in case we lose that key area of support, once we see a breakout out of this consolidation that we are seeing right here, I will expect Vechain to take us back to around the $0.01 mark. And also concentrating on this consolidation that we have right here, so that it can also give us the short-term scenarios that can play out over here. You can see within this consolidation we have been trading within this channel, and we have managed to break out of the channel to the lower side. And here on the 4-hour chart, we are seeing much of a retest of the lower side of the channel in this movement right here. So in case the retest is a success and we continue seeing lower prices to and lose that key area of support down here, then my head and shoulders pattern right here will be playing out. And there is also a possibility that in case we see a breakout and get to this key area of support, we might find support and then see a very nice bounce to the upper side in a movement which we can term as a second wave to the upper side by just adjusting our low for that higher EDO to wave count 1 to the low that we make down here, then concentrate on this movement to the upper side as a higher EDO to wave count 2, and also have new target areas for that movement to the upper side. And in case in that movement we continue pushing higher, maybe even maximize our target area in the formation of a wave 2, and also manage to break above the fib level 0.78 fib level, which lies at around the $0.031 mark, and continue pushing higher, then we can start to sketch out an even more bullish scenario here on the Vechain chart, because it will have invalidated my EDO to wave structure to the lower side in the formation of that 5-wave structure to the lower side. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. And there's also a possibility that as we try to have a retest of that lower side of the channel right here, Vechain can manage to get back into the channel once more, continue trading within the channel, maybe go to the upper side of the channel, manage to break above that key area of resistance at around the $0.024 mark, which is within the channel, and maybe even see a retest, a successful retest, then continue pushing higher in a movement which we can term as a wave 2 to the upper side. And once we maximize our target areas, then I can expect a very impulsive movement to the lower side in the formation of a third wave. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated on that. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements we have here on the RSI. We are trading at around the 45 mark, and that means we have massive room for us to support any movement to the upper side in the formation of a higher EDO to wave count 2. And also taking a look at the MACD, on the MACD we are just about to print a bullish cross, and that would mean higher prices could be coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.